The past hath overtaken the present by Gurubsar, Lankar Ida Baguz. This realization invites profound reflection and serves to remind us that the world is far smaller than men are often inclined to believe. The past cannot be undone, yet its consequences endure and continue their course into the present age. When the descendants of those who once wrought injustice upon mankind persist in the same harmful patterns, they too shall, in due season, inherit the consequences of their deeds. No man may forever escape the responsibility that the future inevitably demands. History teaches that power, when not restrained by wisdom and justice, possesses a perpetual tendency to repeat itself. Names change, faces change, and societies are transformed. Yet the human inclinations toward greed, oppression, and self-exaltation remain. That which was once imposed by sword and violence is in our own age at times achieved through economic dominion, the manipulation of information, or the subtle shaping of thought. The forms may differ, yet the underlying motives often remain unchanged. Yet man is not solely a creature of destruction. Alongside the darker aspects of his nature, he possesses the capacity for compassion, understanding, and self-reflection. Within these qualities lies the hope of future generations. For those who are willing to confront the lessons of the past may prevent the errors of former ages from perpetuating themselves. True progress is not attained by forgetting the past, but by comprehending it. What lies above or beyond the bounds of our reality cannot be known with certainty by mortal men. And even should there exist something greater than ourselves, it would remain largely beyond the reach of human understanding. Through countless centuries, mankind has sought answers to the great questions of existence. From this quest have arisen innumerable religions, philosophies, and systems of belief. They have granted hope, offered direction, and united communities. Yet they have also sown division whenever doctrine came to be valued above humanity itself. Within the archipelago, the ancestors dwelt for long ages according to their own traditions, customs, and conceptions of the world. Their relationship with nature, the ancestral community, and local spiritual practices formed the foundation of their existence. However, it is with great sorrow that the arrival of new religious and political influences brought forth a period of profound transformation, one that gradually and deeply altered the original character of the archipelago. From this perspective, the introduction of Islam did not merely bring a new religious conviction, but also caused a rupture with certain elements of ancestral heritage. Those who subscribe to this view regard this moment as the beginning of a gradual decline in ancient traditions, inherited knowledge, and cultural autonomy that had long been preserved. Yet hope remains alive in the hearts of many that present and future generations may once again turn their attention toward their own history. In doing so, valuable elements of the original heritage may be rediscovered, safeguarded, and, where possible, restored. This is not intended as a literal return to the past, but rather as an endeavor to understand who one once was, who one has become, and what path one may choose to follow into the future. Ultimately, there remains one reality visible to all: nature. She existed long before the first man opened his eyes upon the world, and she shall endure long after the final human voice has fallen silent. Mountains rise and are worn away. Rivers carve their courses through the land. Forests emerge, perish, and are born anew. Within this unending cycle, nature reveals a power and permanence that no work of man can equal. Life itself is sustained by the forces of nature. All that lives grows, changes, and passes away under the influence of natural law. From the smallest cell unto the mightiest whale, from a blade of grass bending in the wind unto the stars that illuminate the heavens, all are part of the same great whole. No living being stands truly apart from the world from which it arose. Man, himself, is a part of nature and not exalted above her. His intelligence grants him remarkable capabilities, yet it does not release him from the laws to which all life is subject. He breathes the same air, drinks the same water, and depends upon the same earth as every other living creature. When he harms nature, he ultimately harms himself. Perhaps herein lies one of the greatest lessons that mankind has yet to learn, that true greatness is found not in domination, but in harmony, not in subjecting the world to human will, but in understanding the place which humanity occupies within it. He who regards himself as master of nature shall sooner or later be confronted by the limits of his power. He who regards himself as part of nature may learn to live in balance with her forces. The future belongs not to those who ignore the lessons of the past, but to those who are willing to learn from them. Each generation receives the world as an inheritance from those who came before and bears the responsibility of passing it onward to those yet unborn. What we do, think, and leave behind today shall become the history of tomorrow. Therefore, nature deserves not admiration alone, but also reverence. She is the origin of life, the fertile ground from which all civilizations have arisen, and the silent force that sustains every existence. To her belongs due to acknowledgement for the existence and continual development of all living things. For in the end, we are all children of the same earth, fashioned by the same natural forces and bound together by the same destiny within the infinite stream of time. Almost all books can be purchased at bookmundo.com. Thank you for listening.